Hi y'all, this is Tammy. This is Tammy USA. Grit, grab, and gab. I'm happy you joined me today. I'm really excited to be here. I am looking forward to chatting about one of my favorite topics, which is don't mistake my kindness for weakness. And what I want to say is there are a lot of times in my life, I don't know about yours, but people that are sweet and that are nice and that are gifted in a way that always want to help people, the people pleasers, they get looked over. They get looked over and they get, I don't want to say used, but they get a little bit taken advantage of because they're always there, they're always giving, they're always loving. But part of their soul goes into their love and their gifts. So at some point in time, you have to retract, and chill for a little bit before fill your cup up so you can give more. So what we're going to talk about today is how not to allow people to mistake your kindness for weakness. Now, typically in the work setting, I will go into a company and I will say, you'll find out, you'll see the changes happening, but you won't see any disruption around it. You won't understand what's going on. You won't understand how it happens. And the real skill to that is to be kind. To be kind. You go in, you identify what's going on, you observe, you look at where the weaknesses are for that department. You find out where the weak links are, where the troublemakers are, and where the real troopers are. And then you take action on those things, right? And you don't make excuses for the ones that don't want to work. You don't make excuses for the ones that are not loyal to the company. You just move to open the door for another avenue for them to move on. That's it. That's all it takes. So it's a skill that you build over the years, I think. I don't think it's easy skill to have. I think it's hard to let people go. But when one door closes, another one opens for folks. And if you're in the wrong position and you're just milking it for milk and you're just, doing a half-assed job, then you're going to get, if you're working for me, you're going to get identified and you're going to get nipped in the bud. That's what's going to happen. And people don't really understand how quickly and easily you can weed out I don't want to say riffraff. I just want to say that you can weed out the non-productive people and the people that really aren't in it for their heart and soul. And you want people working for you that are in it for a purpose and they care about what they do because that exudes through their service to others. Same thing in government. Same thing. You get into office and all these people are kind, and they're kissing everybody's butts, and it's a freaking free-for-all with, for instance, like Gavin Newsom. If you kiss his butt, you're going to get promoted. If you kiss his butt, you're going to get a raise. If you kiss his butt, you're going to get money back, okay? If you stand up and say no, you're going to take a hit, okay? And you may not have that job. But you know what? You might not want to work in that position if you have to kiss somebody's butt, okay? I don't kiss butt. I do not. I perform. I do my job. I take pride in what I do. I have lifetime friends that I've made throughout my career, and I have not tarnished my reputation. And because I don't play that game, okay? Because that game will get you nowhere except behind bars, as far as I'm concerned. Because right now what they're doing is they're uncovering everybody that has been disloyal and on the take. And these folks have not got 1 ounce of talent other than to be butt kissers and yay-sayers. And they, family, friends, and relatives that have worked their way into the system and now are monopolizing the state. So, and I'm referring back to California because California's a mess. I don't even see how we're going to get out of California. I know that Spencer Pratt is working really hard to get out of California. I mean, not to get out of California, to fix California. So, I just want to see or say that, have pride in what you do. Be proud of what you can bring to the table. And if you need a skill, go out and get the skill, right? Don't bank on other people to give you something for nothing, because that's not how this world works, okay? And it's going to eventually catch up with you. It will eventually catch up with you. You never get something for nothing, and your pride and your soul will lose in the end. So make sure that when you are making decisions in your career, that you're not a yes person that's going to take money on the sly, backhanded, lie, cheat, and steal to get your income, because it will come back at you. If not now, in this lifetime, it will come back to you eventually. So I guess the lesson is, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. I will cut you out of the department. I will cut you out of my life. I will cut you out of my world, if that's what you're doing, like a heartbeat. So don't fuck it up. Okay. There's the lesson for the day. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll chat with you later.